Welcome back to Owina watches long anime and drops his thoughts on YouTube every time he hits 100th episode. Today, I'm on episode 200 of Bleach, so let's talk about it. Since episode 100, I have seen like half of the Aaron's car arc. I'm at the bit where Poro died it everywhere and then Kenpachi is still fighting Noitora. Got it? Cool. Now, speaking of Noitora, I'm just gonna put it out there. I actually really like him. In fact, I'd go as far as to say he's probably one of my favourite Espada. His weapon is awesome, especially in his resurrection, which I've seen because of Rebirth of Souls, which, by the way, is the best anime fighter game I've ever played, easily, and I highly recommend it to any Bleach enjoyer. If I were to say the words, wasted potential, what character comes to mind? If you didn't say Cayenne Shiba, you're wrong. That's not to say I didn't like the idea of Aaron Yero, like, that was cool, but it's just, Cayenne was super epic, and we only got to see his Bankai water bucket release for like 2 episodes. I must also say that since the fight with Poro, I have gained a lot more respect for Mayuri, because in Soul Society, I didn't really like him very much, but after his incredible performance in Hueco Mundo, my opinion has changed drastically. Same with Kenpachi Zaraki, but that's not so much that I didn't like him before, because I did like him in Soul Society, but more that I forgot he wasn't a villain anymore. Because obviously I haven't seen him since then, and I do skip filler, so I haven't seen him in any of that either, but once he rocked up and saved Ichigo, I was like, oh yeah! Can I just say how disappointed I am in Grimmjow? Like, when he took Orihime over to Ichigo and told her to heal him, I was like, wow, what a cool guy. I guess he's gonna betray the Espada and help the Ichi gang to escape Hueco Moon Place with Orange Hime. But then, Grimmjow was like, nah, I'm actually making you heal him so we can fight on equal terms. And I lost all respect for this Dan TDM wannabe motherfucker. But the fight was really cool, so he gets a few points redeemed for that. I quickly want to mention how creepy I found Poro's death to be. Like, I cannot imagine standing motionless in the same spot for what feels like centuries as a sword slowly pierces towards your heart. And the anime did such a good job of showing this dreamscape as he's about to die, and he's in a dark, barren desert, all old looking, and he begs for the sword to reach his heart faster. That shit hit hard. There are a couple things I want to talk about filler-wise, and that is that I hate how whoever wrote the Bound arc decided to weave his characters into the canon story. Like, the characters could not shut up about Bound, and those stupid little mod souls just poke their heads in during random scenes like, mate, get off my screen, you're not supposed to be here. The other thing is that after the filler arc during Hueco Mundo, the next canon episode had a 15-minute recap of the before the filler Hueco Mundo. And while yes, the filler arc would have been airing for a good few months, so the audience may have forgotten some bits and bobs about the canon, but on the other hand, can you imagine sitting through filler for months only for the next canon episode to be like 5 minutes long? Like, I'd be fuming personally. I'm also kind of confused about the fact that Orihime lives alone. Like, how does she pay rent? Hell, not only that, I assume it's legal to own a house if you're not an adult, right? I mean, I'm not too educated in ownership of property, but maybe if you're a landlord you could comment some explanation. I've also decided that while I did update an opening tier list every One Piece video, I will not be doing it with Bleach for 2 reasons. 1. Some of the openings I haven't seen because they're exclusive to filler, and 2, why are we assuming it'll be interesting, seeing as I know that opening 1 and 2 are going to go in S tier, and the rest will be in F because they suck. Also, if there are things I didn't mention in these videos That's probably because I got spoiled for them, which is obviously why I haven't talked about the hollow masks in this video, because I know about pretty much every power-up in the series at this point. So yeah, that was 200 episodes into Bleach. Remember to smash like, subscribe, ding that bell, and join the Discord, and I'll see you next time.